Good morning, and thanks for joining us on this Monday, April 6th. We have a great show for you today, and as you can see, I am coming from my home this morning.
Yeah,
Clyde, how are things in the studio?
I'm checking all that out back there. I mean, wow, it's like a collection. It looks like an art museum there.
Hi, thank you. I have one room, my dining room, where I have a lot of art that I like that people have given me, and it's just beautiful. So I want to make sure I display it. And I have a couple of other things behind me, like the something I made from with John Denny. That is right there next to this picture of my son.
Oh,
It was a
cool.
thing I couldn't figure out what to do with, but hey, it looks nice.
So clearly you're in the blue room of the
I
White of Mona's version of the White House. Yes.
I am in the blue room. That's right.
Well, we are the way we are today. Me here in the studio, lonely me. I hope you feel sorry for me. But anyway,
I
we're
do.
here. We are the way we are because of the current circumstances in which social distancing is being encouraged because of the coronavirus. So that explains why we are where we are.
That's right. And Clyde, I have a story that I don't know whether to cry or laugh.
Okay.
But a couple in India have named their newborn twins Corona and COVID. And I'm really torn. This is just confusing me. The twins, a boy and a girl, were born during the ongoing 21-day long nationwide lockdown, and it began on March 24th. The woman says, "My husband and I wanted to make the day memorable."
Oh, so having twins wasn't memorable enough on its own, right?
That's right. That's right. Unbelievable. So I'm debating, should I cry or laugh?
Oh, I think this is a chuckle for us. For the kids, maybe a reason to cry.
That's
Well,
right.
we've been looking at coronavirus related humor as a way to just kind of help us all get through it. And on YouTube the other day, I spotted another version of a trend that's going on where people make music about their circumstances to lighten the load a little bit. So take a look at what this one guy did.
The social distance between us, and I'm freaking out. Hello from the inside. It's just me and myself and I'll stay home order that's breaking my heart, but it's clearly what we should have done from the start. Hello from Corona Life. I FaceTime called 1,000 times to show you I'm sitting right here.
I tell you what, I know there are a whole lot of folks who are starting to feel that way right about now. But I
I
mean,
am one of them. Right. I am one of them.
but I thought this guy was hilarious. Just the creativity that went into the lyrics of his
Yeah.
remake of that song
Yeah, he
was, I
is
thought, funny.
very clever. Very clever. That was great.
And it's kind of in keeping with the thing we showed you last week of the folks in Italy being conducted by the guy by the doorman. So more of that kind of humor out there coming your way as we navigate this difficult time. And by the way, if sitting at home is starting to make you go just a little stir crazy, then we've got a great project to keep you busy and your skin glowing. We are going to make a sugar scrub to help your skin feel soft and energized. And to teach us how to do that, I want to welcome Emily Little, the lead alchemist and owner of Queen City Alchemy. Emily, thank you so much for joining us. So what are some of the benefits of using a sugar scrub?
Awesome. So it's so great to be with you all this morning. A sugar scrub, we've all maybe been washing our hands a little bit more, maybe using a little bit more hand sanitizer these days. So a sugar scrub is great for all over your body, but specifically it's great for your hands if you have dry or cracked
Mm.
skin, especially these days for overuse or overwashing.
All right, so what do we need to get started?
Awesome. So a lot of these things you're already going to have at your house, which is perfect. So today we're going to make a super simple sugar scrub, and we're going to add some fresh ground coffee. So we call it our morning coffee sugar scrub. And all you need is 10 ounces of turbinado sugar. We like to use turbinado sugar because the granules are a little bit thicker, so it doesn't melt into your sugar scrub. We use cocoa butter and coconut oil and beeswax. And what you're going to do, and we'll post this on our website, and we'll also post it on the Cincy Lifestyle website. So don't feel like you need to write down ratios just yet. But basically, what you'll do is you'll add your beeswax. We use a half ounce of beeswax and add it to 1.5 ounces of cocoa butter and 1 ounce of coconut oil. You're going to melt this down over either a double boiler or over low heat, even in a microwave. Just watch it, get it out every about 10 seconds and give it a little zhuzh. Once that's melted, you're going to wait until that comes up to room temperature. It's going to look like this. So after it comes to room temperature, we're going to add some grapeseed oil and then give that a little bit of a whisk. Super simple. And then you add your 10 ounces of sugar, just like that. Mix that in. If you have a fragrance oil or maybe an essential oil that you would like to use, at this point you can add that.
And an
we
essential
add
oil,
coffee.
let me just dive in a second. An essential
Yeah.
oil you would put in very sparingly, I take it, not with a heavy
An
hand like I
essential
do.
oil, not with a heavy hand. Yes, essential oil is very, very strong. So for a recipe like this, it's going to make about 16 ounces of product. You would only add about 100 drops of essential oil, or maybe it would be like a quarter of an ounce. So not very much at all. For something like this, you could do a vanilla fragrance oil or essential oil would be very nice, or like an almond that would complement the coffee really well. We have a roasted coffee blend that we make at Queen City Alchemy, so it's a little bit of like a proprietary blend that we use. But if you wanted to omit the coffee grounds, you could do just a lavender essential oil, make it super soothing, do an uplifting grapefruit. So there's tons of options.
Sure. Okay, let me dive in right quick because got just a little bit of time left, but
Yeah,
people can reach out to you to get some information
absolutely.
about how to make this themselves or how to pick up some of your this product and others, right? How do they do
Absolutely.
that?
Sure, you can visit queencityalchemy.com. You can buy something directly from our shop. When the shop opens back up, I would love to see you at our DIY bar. We're really missing everybody and can't wait to have everybody back.
Well, we can't wait for normal times to come back so we can come check you out. Emily, thank you so much for talking to us. Mona?
Thank you.
All right, Mona.
When you welcome someone into your home to fix a problem, you want to make sure they are true professionals. And that's exactly what you'll get with Arlinghaus Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And right now, I want to welcome Ryan Houlihan, the Customer Experience Manager with Arlinghaus. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you guys have some changes in the industry, right?
Yeah, pretty big change that just happened January 1st, 2020, was that the Freon, or the refrigerant gas that's in everybody's air conditioner, at least the older ones, is no longer being produced. So they've stopped production on that. Now there will still be a limited supply that's out there that we still have. We're recycling it and reusing it as we take out of old. So it's still available for purchase, so everybody knows. Just make sure you get good options on that.
Wow, that is a big change for people. But you know what I love about you guys is you really encourage people to get a second opinion when they have a problem.
Absolutely. Even if it's one of our technicians. So we do a free in-house second opinion, and we just want to make sure that everybody gets the right information so that they can make a decision. Most of the time what we see when we run a second opinion on another company is just simply maybe an oversight or a lack of training. There's generally no ill will in most instances with that, but it's just a good idea so you get all the information.
Well, you guys are a perfect place to go for a second opinion because the way that you train and prepare your employees is really special.
Absolutely. And the obvious thing is, we do all the latest and greatest technical training. We want to make sure that they're up on the best practices for diagnosing a problem. Even when you may not know that there is a problem going on, we need to kind of uncover these things so we give you the right information. So The other thing that we're doing though is we're trying to teach our technicians, because they're super smart technically, right? And we need to teach them how to translate that or communicate that to a homeowner properly so that everybody understands.
That is so great. I love that. Putting it in layman's language for us. Yes, thank you so much. So how can people get in touch with you and get more information?
Yeah, so I mean, you can give us a call, 859-727-9000. And you can also reach us on Facebook, through our website. We are fully connected, Instagram, so you can get us anywhere.
Ryan, thank you so much. Arlinghaus, you got to check them out, true professionals.
All right, Mona, thanks a lot. You know, over the last decade, the circular economy movement has offered a powerful way for companies to enable greater production and consumption with fewer negative environmental impacts. And to tell us more about how all this comes together, I want to welcome Jessica Long, the Managing Director at Accenture Strategy, who is also the co-author of the Circular Economy Handbook, Realizing the Circular Advantage. So thank you so much for talking with us this morning. I'm going to dive right in by asking what the philosophy is behind a circular economy.
Well, let's start by talking about the linear economy. For decades, we've been approaching production and consumption in a take, make, waste fashion, meaning we take raw materials from the ground, we make products out of them, and then when we're done with them, we throw them away or turn them into waste. That's the very basic definition of a linear economy. In a circular economy, the goal is to keep products and resources in use for as long as possible. So you move to take, make, essentially eliminating the concept of waste altogether, because everything has a purpose and everything has value.
And why is this so important at this particular moment in time?
Well, as you may know, this month we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. And right now we are using about 1.75 times the Earth's capacity, basically meaning that we are taking close to 2 times as much of the Earth's resources than it can regenerate every year. And we've all seen the negative environmental consequences of that. We've seen unprecedented flooding, fires, droughts, air pollution, and massive loss of biodiversity. And the problem will just get worse as demand increases and our population increases. So the time now is really now to change.
All right, so I'm a CEO, I get the idea, and I want to begin transitioning to the circular economy. How do you recommend I go about that?
Yeah, luckily at Accenture, we found that the transition from linear to circular applies to just about every company across every industry across the globe. The very first thing I would suggest doing is just looking at your own operations and your value chain and looking for those pockets of waste. That could be the use of toxic or single-use resources into your own production. It could be the material scraps that get left on the shop floor that maybe you would just throw away or put in the garbage. It could be trucks or warehouses or kitchens that you have left idle or not completely used. It could be the products that are actually in your customers' homes that you could get back. In my mind, those are all examples of waste that companies could look to eliminate. And by doing so, save a ton of money and make a lot of money.
Okay, so right quick, what can consumers do to help push this along?
Yeah, there's a lot of things consumers can do in this broader movement. The first thing I would say is vote with your wallet, right? So really supporting companies and businesses of all shapes and sizes that are embracing the circular economy, that are creating these circular products, that are developing things that are sustainable and recyclable and meant to be taken back. So support and encourage those practices. I think consumers also have a hugely powerful voice, and they should be talking to their favorite businesses, their favorite brands, and asking them how they are adopting the circular economy, what they do with their goods and services at the end of use, and how the consumer can be part of that transition.
Just a little bit of time left, but where can viewers go to find out more information about this?
Yeah, if you want to find out more about the circular economy or about the Circular Economy Handbook, you can just go to accenture.com/circular economy handbook.
All right, Jessica, thank you so much for talking to us today. Mona?
Well, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, we take a look at all the flowers and the blooms at the Cincinnati Zoo. And we hope that you will learn a lot from this. Plus, we're going to find out where they are donating some pieces. A little bit different. Stay with us. We'll talk to you in just a minute.
Flowers and trees are starting to bloom all over the tri-state, including at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. But what does it take to care for these plants, and what do they grow there? Well, to find out more, we welcome Scott Berline, the manager of Botanical Garden Outreach at the Cincinnati Zoo. Scott, thank you for being with us. Even though the zoo is closed to the public right now, there are still some things that need to get done at the zoo, right?
Yes, there's quite a bit that has to be done. We have projects going on that have to be completed. Plants need to be cared for. We have, even as the tulips are coming into bloom, we have annuals arriving that we will plant in the expectation that we'll see a better summer with more visitation again, and people will appreciate the beauty and the color. Maintenance and animal keepers are also staying very busy.
People often forget that you are at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. That's talking about flowers. So what should people know about the garden part?
Well, the Botanical Garden is actually the most important part of the name, at least from my point of view. But behind me, we take great pride in the fact that the zoo was established as a zoological garden in 1875, and we're maintaining and carrying forward that honor, really. So plants and animals, it's a great mix together. And we have a great collection of plants here, and we do a lot of trialing, we do a lot of outreach. And behind me, you can see some of our 110,000 tulips that we planted back in the fall. Some hyacinths as well, and other bulbs. They're normally this time of year we would have many people here seeing and enjoying those, and events built around them. Unfortunately, things are different this year.
You got a lot of tulips behind you, so tell us a little bit about good tulip care and the unique things you're doing with these tulips now.
So caring for tulips is pretty easy the way we do it. We get them in the fall as nice healthy bulbs, and we plant them. You know, it's a big job to plant them, but we do our best with it, with tilling the ground nice and deep and planting them deep, and then we just wait until spring, and they put on this fabulous show, and then we simply dig them up and sell them to guests that are here. We don't try to reuse them because we have to follow with the annuals immediately afterwards, and they tend to do best that first year anyway. So for us it's pretty easy with tulips. For the home gardener, you would want to give them really good, well-draining soil, a lot of sun, and you would want the foliage to finish before you cut them back in the spring or summer. You know, the tulips, we people need to enjoy something like these, and they make great cut flowers. So we've been cutting flowers and putting them in vases and taking them over to the healthcare workers at Children's Hospital, which is right across the street from us.
Scott, that is awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Well, we'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, check us out on YouTube. Yes, we have full episodes of the show there, and you'll find fun segments you've never seen before. So subscribe now. Join in on the fun. YouTube.com/CincyLifestyle.
All right, there you have it. A look at our skyline. PK, the director, says, don't let the clouds fool you. There's plenty of sun coming out. Anybody but him would know. I said that wrong, but it works.
I understood it, Clyde. I understood it just fine.
Good, good.
Well, coming up tomorrow here on Cincy Lifestyle, we go behind the scenes at a local coffee shop. That's right, to try to keep you happy and caffeinated. We all need that. We'll show you about the process they're using to roast the beans and how you can take some home. All that and so much more happening tomorrow on Cincy Lifestyle.
All right, and that is Cincy Lifestyle for this Monday, April 6th. Be sure to check us out on all the ways you'll see on the screen here shortly, and reach out to us and let us know what you think and what you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Be sure to make it a great day. Hey, thank you so much for watching our video. Now, if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before, or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, be sure to make it a great day.